on the understanding that we said it's always good to start sessions with some sort of numeracy practice thing, I wanted to do some other suggestions that you might like to use sometime with your kids. Now, I haven't quite learnt the right way to do this, only that when I had an overhead projector, I'd used an overhead projector for this activity, and I'm only just playing with the computer together. Now, what I want us to do is, we're going to spend the first few minutes just doing things together. We're going to say things. So you don't need anything in your hand apart from coffee. But the only thing is, we've got to just get used to the right pacing for saying it. So every time we do something in this first thing, I'm going to clap twice, and then I want you to say the numbers with me. So we're just going to practice this with these numbers. So now we're going to say it in this space. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so that's good. So now just to see how we go, see if this works. This time we're going to say the number that's one more than that. So here we go.
4, 6, 3, 10, 7, 9, 5, 2, 8.
Okay. All right. So that you actually get something about the practice that you might get with there. Now, I'm not sure whether you're better to actually see the numbers as they come up or whether see them all together, but this time I'm going to clap and we're going to say the number which is one less than that number. So I'm going to clap twice and then we'll say them together. 1,
6, 5, 7, 3, 0, 8, 4, 2.
Okay, so that's that. Oh, now we've gone back to this. This time we're going to say double the number. So I'm going to clap twice. So the first one's going to be 3. So no, wait up. Let me clap twice.
6, 10, 4, 18, 12, 16, 8, 2, 14.
Okay. Now, do you prefer seeing all the numbers or seeing them come up one by one? Okay, so this time what I want you to do is we're going to say 5 times the number. So here I go. I'm going to clap twice. Okay, so we can obviously we can do whatever we like. This time, just to do this, this time we'll multiply by 10. So here we go, I'm going to clap twice.
30, 50, 20, 90, 60, 80, 40, 10, 70.
Okay. So one of the reasons that you sometimes need to practice that is you often see year 10 kids. You know, they're doing some complicated algebraic thing and they get to 4 times 10 and they get out their calculator to do that. So, okay, this time I want you to multiply the numbers by 3 and we're just going to say them going across. Read them as separate numbers. So I'm going to clap twice. So 3, 9, 15. Okay. This time, we're going to say the numbers which is 2 less than this number. So the first one's going to be -1. So I'm going to clap twice. Okay, to do this. Now, this time, I want you to say the smaller of the 2 numbers. So like in this case, there's not really a smaller one, they're both the same, but the first pair is 1 and 1. So I want you to say the smaller of the 2 numbers. So here I go. Okay, so we actually sort of start to see something there. Okay. This time, I want you to say the number with me if it's odd, but clap if it's even. So here we go. I'm going to clap twice to start. So you're going to say it with me if it's odd and clap if it's even. So here we go. We're going to clap twice. 3, 5, 7, 9, 1. Okay, so yeah, that was quite good. We might practice that, but what we're actually just trying to do is, here's something that you can do, and again, people can set this up on the smart board, and and you can just sort of do it like for a few minutes at the start of the lesson, whatever it was that you're practicing doing, and it helps you to do that.
So, Peter, can you go into a little bit more depth as to why this is an important activity? If I'm working with a maths teacher and I'm not maths trained,
Yeah. Okay.
what's the sort of deeper rationale? I think intuitively it makes sense as a warm-up activity. I can see that they don't need to use their calculator for very basic tasks. That's fine, but if they say, well, they can use their calculator for basic tasks, what's wrong with that? Why do we need to waste time on these sorts of singing and dancing activities?
Okay. All right, that's a really nice question. And so my first thing is that when you get, I think I was using the example last week of people when you're just finding maximum and minimum in year 11. And in order to do maximum and minimum, for the people who are not maths, it's actually, if we've got y equals x squared minus 17x minus 29 or something, it's actually really simple to differentiate it. And then to put that equal to 0 and get a value for x, which actually gets an x value of a turning point, or at least the stationary point, to do that. It's really simple to do that. But then to get the y value, we've got to substitute it back into the equation. And then it becomes complicated because we've got, x squareds and, negative 17x, whatever I said, negative 17 times the x, whatever the x value turned out to be. Now, if the x value is a whole number, it's fine. But if the x number is a fraction, it then becomes complicated. And if you're having to do that stuff on the calculator, you're actually now doing a really sophisticated maths idea. But if you're having to do 3 times 7 on the calculator, you just sort of haven't got the flow in order to be able to keep in mind, we're trying to get the turning point, and we've worked out what the value for x is at the turning point. What am I doing? I'm doing the... If you're thinking about the 3 times 7, you can't do it. And it's not hard. As people would know, even kids who've been weak at maths in year 9 can actually do quite well at the maths in year 11, because it's actually got different in concept. But you can't escape the fact that they've got to be able to work out a lot of this stuff quickly, and know that they can do it. So in a sense, you can't, and I don't know when you find you have to use number skills in your life. For me, I know on Sunday I'll have to add up 9 numbers between about 4 and 7 quickly. Some people will know what I'm talking about. Huh? No. So golf scores. Well, they're hardly ever less than 4, and hopefully they're not more than 7. So, but you've got to be able to do it, because there's got real money riding on this. And in a sense, it's just part of being alive that you can do. No one, literally no one adds their numbers up with a calculator, their golf scores. I've never seen anyone do it. Everybody who plays golf adds the numbers up. And it's sort of 9 single-digit numbers, you just got to be able to do it.